Hey, listen. No, I'm just kidding. Today we're making creamy heart soup from Zelda Breath of the Wild. Thought I might film it, thought that might be a little bit fun. So here it is. In game, the ingredients are a hardy radish, a hydromelon, a volt fruit, and some fresh milk. It was hard to come up with real-world ingredients for these, so what I came up with that I thought would fit best are a watermelon radish for the hardy radish, a watermelon for the hydromelon, because, I mean, of course, hydromelon, watermelon. This is a dragon fruit. This is an idea of a friend of mine, and it ended up working out really well because it does look a lot like the volt fruit in game. This is coconut milk because nobody wants to add regular boring cow's milk when you can add extra flavor. And this is a honeydew, just for garnish at the end. These are the dishes I found that looked most like the bowl in game, so I figured these would work. And right now we're just breaking down the melon. Make sure when you cut the watermelon you do a really crappy job of it, like I did. Use your melonballer to take about 6 or 7 little balls for the end, just for garnish. It's really hard to get complete balls with melonballers. I always have a really hard time with that. So make sure you just press down into it really firmly before you use it. I keep saying balls and I can't stop giggling. Breaking down the melon is really easy. Just be warned that when you do this, you make this little bit of soup, you're gonna have a ton of melon left over. I have a metric ton of it in my fridge now. The honeydew is the same. When you cut it in half, just scrape out the guts in the middle, all the seeds and business. This one's a little bit harder to use the melon baller on just because it is a lot more firm than the watermelon. But just have patience with it, press down and then rotate slowly and you'll get really decent spheres there. The dragon fruit is really easy. Just quarter it and then peel the skin back, and that's it. It's super easy to break down. Don't worry about it. The seeds are edible, so don't worry about taking those out either. Just chunk it up, and then we're going to put 3 cups of watermelon, this whole dragon fruit, 1/3 of a cup of coconut milk, and 1/2 a cup of ice in the blender. And then make sure when you film the blender shot that it's really terrible. So for the watermelon radish, cut about an 1/8 inch slice and then take a little heart that you printed out and cut out because you're anal retentive that way, and carve it out with a paring knife, or you can just freehand it if you really want to. Ends up looking pretty nice. Anyway, these dishes I searched for on Amazon for like 2 days before I found anything. And this part I really struggled with, getting all the melon in right. I kept dropping the heart in and it kept sinking, and it just generally looks like a ball sack. I didn't know what to do. So I struggled with it for a few minutes, and at one point I say screw it, and I just laid it on top instead of at an angle. This ended up being really cool and fairly easy to make, especially if you're not trying to film it. So I highly recommend you make this because it's delicious. The coconut milk added so much of something. The peppery radish with the soup is just amazing. This is like an awesome summer dessert. I ended up freezing the excess in ice cube trays for my boys. I figured they'd be a good summer treat. Anyway, this was a lot of fun to make, both the video and the recipe. I think this is the last video I will ever make, because it was really difficult, and I have a lot of sympathy for people who do this on a regular basis. But thank you for watching. Have a great day.